this. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Chris Larkin. Here's this Tubb Farmer. This is episode 9 of Loving Oak. If you haven't got your Pringles, or your popcorn, or your American Reese's Pieces, now's the time to do so, because this shit's going to get good. How are we doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm going to add one more. Reese's Pieces and Cracker Jacks.
Oh my God. Sure, when we're at it, we might still go beef jerky.
Hey, now you're talking Texan. I'm doing well. Ready to get after it. My sinuses are easing up a bit. I can breathe out of 1.5 nostril now.
Oh, so, lovely.
Yeah, I feel like a human again. So, little nasally. I apologize for my voice, y'all, but take a toll on my sinuses. But doing well. Glad to be here, ready to get some farm sim on.
Excellent, that's what I like to hear. So like we said, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris Larkin, he is Tubb Farmer. This is episode 9 of Loving Oak. Where you left me there last night was, I was in the middle of doing my baling. As you know, I've said up in times, my baling stacking is not the best, and I got too many balers. So what I am going to do is, I'm kind of going to go cheat a little bit. Why is there volume on my okay? Okay, 1 second. Let's mute this. Because one thing I hate more than anything is the sound of my own voice.
And you make me listen to it all day long. Okay.
Listen, I said I don't like it. Okay, so as I said, guys, I am going to cheat a little bit. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to get auto loaders, but this is a little bit too much thing to be watching me do. Stacking on a trailer that only holds, if I remember correctly, 12 bales. So what I am going to do is I'm going to kind of compromise a little bit. Okay, I am going to get a auto load trailer. But instead of driving around the field with my trailer and all what is going to go, I'm going to have my trailer set up, and I'm going to get 2 or 3 bales at a time, go back, and the trailer will auto-load off my bale fork. It's not exactly manual loading, but it's twisting the rule a little bit. So Tubbs, how are we doing on your farm today? What is the plan on your farm?
Well, so that's what I was just kind of looking over. I think I'm going to have to do another contract. I'm gonna have to do another contract because my field 8 is not ready, and all that we got left is pretty large fields.
Hey Becky, welcome to the channel.
Harvest, so
Becky says, "Hello Tubbs, how are you
Becky,
doing?"
I'm doing good. So I'm just trying to pick which one to harvest. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. So what happened that just there a second ago was I was having a game with myself. I was tossing bales. You know, I'm a bale tosser.
That doesn't surprise me.
I said bale tosser, not a tosser. But then again, I'm probably one of those too. Right. So.
Who's good on it?
Yes, so that's what I'm going to do, guys. I am going to, like I said, I'm going to get a auto loader, and I'm just going to do it that way. But I'm not going to use the auto loader as driving around the field. I will use my bale fork and just load up that way. So it's not really cheating as such. It's just bending the rules a little bit. Because I've got too many bales here to be doing. If I was to do this, you'd be talking about another 2 streams before I get anywhere done. Because I also have to unload these, so I would just there too long. So because what I plan on doing in this episode is my harvest, my corn harvest, my potato harvest are ready to go. So I'm going to get them out of the field, and then I am going to connect all these 3 fields into one. So that's what I'm planning on doing in this episode.
Excuse me. 41,000. Good Lord. For baling, 13, it must be a big field.
Yeah, 13 was the field I was doing when the the
Mm,
update came out, and we had to restart again. Remember?
that is too big. Yeah, I'm not doing
So
that.
I think on the first, if I remember correctly, I had just done one headland and I had something like 56 bales.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Uh,
doing that. That's way too big. That I don't want to bail the whole time we're broadcasting.
yeah, well, that's what I feel about this. So,
45. It's pretty good distance, though.
so what I'll do is I think I'll put the bales.
43, 42. I've done 42 before, as long as it ain't heat.
I probably will need to invest in a shelter of some sort for these bales.
42. I'm not seeing 42 pop up.
Right, so let me have a look at the bale, at the sheds, and we see where we go from there. What kind of sheds do we
Oh,
have?
man.
I don't want nothing too big, but at the same time I don't want nothing too small. Um, Probably a drive-through bale is probably best.
Oh, man. Choices. Uh,
Would a drive-through be better than?
one? What is one? I saw it on there a while ago. One is 22 acres of wheat. It's close by. I'm gonna borrow the equipment.
Right, so if I put that
Still
there,
get 12,000 out of it. Yeah, because I don't want to spend a ton of hours on it. Alright, borrow the equipment. Let's go do that one.
so this is going to rise up a little bit, isn't it? I'm going to do a small bit of
Oh,
terraforming here, I
here's the
think.
tractor. Ooh, excuse me.
No, I don't
Ah,
think so.
the ideal.
Could be okay.
Hello.
Nope, fantastic.
I
Excellent.
haven't used the ideal in
Right,
a while.
that'll do. That'll do, Hoss.
Haas car ride.
Yep, bit of bonanza.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so
Let me
let's
get
get
this.
on. Let's get these unloaded,
Around.
and we go from here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so is this tractor powerful enough to lift up two bales? No, don't fall, don't tip over. Don't do that to me.
It's an interesting little concept that they've got for this one.
What's that?
Two 21,000 liter trailers combo.
Right.
So I'll probably use mine to help out, but I just thought that was interesting. Alright, let me get out of this guy's way. Alright, let's just drive through here to get out of the way. I still think they need to get these larger headers with the trailer built inside the header. Those are so much easier to mess with than trying to get you a header trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I like those a lot better. But I do like the ideal combine, so it's not hurting my feelings any. Alright, buddy. Let's put on our little hazards and let's get out of here. I still gotta get a plan about what I'm gonna do for wheat. I mean wheat. I'm going to harvest wheat. Okay, this is gonna be a problem, so let's put you in. There we go. Now let's turn. I gotta...
Looks like I missed a bit last night about the wombat poo and all. Yes, apparently.
Wombat?
Apparently, Shiloh wanted to make wombat poo coffee, apparently.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that. I was like, what in the world have you got into now?
So, oh well, there's cashew coffee, so why not wombat?
Yeah. Every time it seems like when Becky leaves, you're always in a mess.
Well, I'm going to tell you now. Uh, the guy that said the wombat poo coffee is actually Becky's cousin, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
blaming her for. I'm blaming her for the way he is.
like I said, every time Becky leaves, you get yourself in a mess. I reiterate what I just said.
No, it's I'm blaming Becky for it.
Didn't sound like Becky had nothing to do with it. She wasn't even here.
She doesn't have to be here. That's it. Becky goes, I agree with Tubbs about him being in a mess.
Alright, so it is one right here.
Becky's like the law. She's got a long reach.
Yeah. She has to keep up with her dad.
Yeah, I would like to meet that guy someday.
Yeah. She would too.
But till then, all she has is me.
Yeah. She's like, he'll do. Okay. Well, I'm getting the rest of the equipment. I'm gonna send him on his way, and then I'll jump on him in a second. Ooh.
Have you ever noticed unloading your trailer is a lot easier
weird.
than actually loading it?
My trailer just got possessed and jumped. Okay.
Okay.
Way to go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Why not?
Let me go look at this possessed
that
trailer.
is the kind of channel that we have, so...
No, seriously. I mean, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. It was parked over here and jumped in the road. I didn't hit it, didn't touch it.
I'm right now. It's leprechauns.
Interesting. Yeah.
You can't be trusted.
I'm thinking that's more than leprechauns there, brother.
No. There's probably a spirit of dead leprechauns.
Okay. Well, they need to take their... I guess those would be little brown leprechauns if they're dead. They're not green anymore, I don't think, right?
They're probably an off-color green.
An off-color... little reddish brown. Good lord.
Yes, but anyway, let's have a bit of discussion for a second. I did the RDC test there today.
Ah, yeah, I forgot to tell you, I got your message, so yeah, go ahead.
And so that glitch issue is still there, but it's also in Gieselsberg. So I checked that also, and I also checked the Swiss
family,
the Swiss farm. So I did delete the game, but I'm just going to make sure because I don't want to, because I know I deleted the game, so it should be okay on this one. Yeah. Okay. So in case anyone wants to know what we're on about, do you want to explain what we're on about and what you think the problem could be because of that moderator that was talking during night? I didn't hear him, so.
Oh, the filters. Yeah. So, so if you pull up your PDA, well, I'll just do it right here. So if you pull up your PDA right here and you see filters off to the side and it says growth, soil composition, and fruit types. So part of the problem is that this filters right here where it says fruit types, it is one single page. Well, when there's multiple fruits and it takes over to the next page, somehow or another it messes up the growth and the soil composition. And so sometimes a lot of the growth and the soil composition will get merged into one. Sometimes it takes away growth and soil composition altogether, but your fruit types are always there. And so that was kind of one of the glitches that's in there. And from what I heard and what I understood is it has a lot to do with, the base game, how Giants programmed it and stuff. And so in order to be able to change some of that, they'd have to go in there and I guess do some reprogramming or something along those lines. But I'm not or a modder or anything like that, so I don't know a whole lot how that would work. But anyway, that's what I understand. So
Right. So we think, right? Yeah, it is a glitch, but we don't think it's a game glitch. Okay, we think it's actually a PDA issue. That's what we're coming up with now at the moment. Because if it was a glitch, I'm pretty sure it would have been updated and sorted by now, but it keeps coming into it. So it can't be a glitch in the game. So we probably are coming to the conclusion that that's what it is. It's that PDA thing, right? So I think I might have a solution to that, right? Um, so your opinion on that, Tubbs, is that if you have extra crops, you have to go into the second filter page, right? And that is what upsets the apples in the cart, as they say, right? So my way of actually probably combating that issue, that's if you agree with if you agree with my assessment as such, is modders when they're making and down goes my bail, right? So modders when they're making the maps, right? They come along, they stick in extra fruit crops, which is a great thing. I mean, like, it's fantastic to have extra new crops, but if it's upsetting the apples with the PDA, they're going to have to do something about it.
mm-hmm.
Right, so a modder who's making a new map, right? Why don't they look at that PDA, right? Say to themselves, okay, if we have to put an extra crop, we have to have a second filter page, and that's what the problem is. So we need to have it all on one filter page. Right? So map makers, right? Because I know I don't use them, and I know you definitely don't use them, and I'm pretty sure 90% of people who play farm sim don't bother with them anymore, right? So why don't the map makers take out the likes of sugarcane and poplars?
Well, there again, it could be all programming. I mean, because all of that's just programmed into the what we're playing right now. So,
right,
like
yeah,
I said,
like,
I don't know enough about that stuff to.
I don't think so. And right, and here's my fight on that. Right, we had a map maker not so long ago came out with a map that took away cotton, and what was the other one he took away?
Sugarcane. For
Sugarcane.
seasons.
Right, and there's no problems. There's no issue with it.
Oh, I haven't played it. I don't know.
Right, so why can't I played that Dresselhoff. I played that map, and there's no issues whatsoever on it. So I can't understand why map makers don't do that. No, take away two of the crops that no one plays, which is sugarcane and poplar, and put in the two that people do want, like the rye of lazoons or something like that.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Right, another thing is, do we really need grass in the PDA when we know there's going to be grass fields?
Well, I mean, if you want to look at your growth, sometimes I look at the growth on it to see what it is instead of going around and jumping to it. So, I mean,
just go to the field and drive there.
Well, that works for you. It may not work for me. That's the beauty of the diversity of this game.
Oh, yeah. So anyone else in the chat or on both my side and Tubb Farmers, do you agree with that assessment that that's something that a map maker should do or could do to combat that problem? Let us know in the chat. We would love to hear your opinion on it.
I think there's an easier way to combat that problem.
Giants is not going to do it though, so it's not an easier way.
Go back and fix it.
Yeah, this is Giants we're on about.
Oh, gosh dang it.
Giants ain't going to fix a problem where it's not really affecting them. You know, like, it's affecting us as players, but not Giants as the programmers themselves. So, right. So what have we got here? And Shiloh's back. Hello, my name is. Hello, my home. Hello, my homeboys. Dog diggity, sexy farmers. Some modders don't know their ass from their mouth. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me put a fact straight. Exactly, here we go. Joints. Um, I have all the respect for modders out there. They do a fantastic job. And I will say that even though I do bash a few modders with their mods, such as 3 meters and 4 meter plows and stuff, but I do have respect for them because they do make the game a lot better than the game is originally set out by Joints.
Should have went this way. Went the wrong way.
So I will defend them to a certain T. At the same time, yeah, some modders don't know their ass from their mouth. So. Right, so put the trailer back. Hello, Brappy. Welcome to the channel, my friend.
Alright, let me get him situated
Right, so
real quick.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this trailer back. And then I'm going to lease out a auto bale trailer, but I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to be driving around the field to pick up the bales. I will use my baler, my bale fork to bring them down to the baler, and I'll leave with them. Just another way of doing it. Yeah, so like I said, guys, anyone in the chat have your say. Do you think that's a way of modders combating that glitch with extra crops? Do you think they should take out crops that we don't use anymore, that we don't need in the PDA, such as for now it would be sugarcane and poplar, and stick in 2 crops that we could use, like the likes of rye, oats, sorghum, something like that instead. How are we going, brother? Welcome. Hi dudes, to the subject of filter glitches. I laugh my ass off. It's a intentional further coding. Yeah, no, like what I know that, but what I mean is, do you think they should be able to take away 2 crops that we don't use, Howie, such as we say sugarcane and poplar? Because I don't use them. I know Tubb Farmer don't do sugarcane and poplars. I'm pretty sure 90% of the YouTubers out there don't use, or even the farmstead player themselves don't use those 2 crops. And sticking 2 crops that we might like, the likes of rye, oats, sorghums, legumes, something instead. So if they took away crops and stuck in new crops, will we still have the same glitch? Or as Tubb Farmer thinks, is it already wrote into the system, those crops, and they can't take out those ones? But my argument on that is it's already been proven on Dreiselhof, I think the name of the map is, where the map maker took out sugarcane and cotton. And Mr. Who said absolutely. So Tubbs, your opinion on that? Do you think that's something that they could do?
I have no idea. Don't even know.
Man, like, you need to be on my side here, because I want to send, because I'm going to send in a petition to the Giants, sir.
I'm not getting kicked off a giant server like you. They've got something they need to fix, and they haven't fixed it, and I wish they would, because I think it would enhance the gameplay. That's my opinion.
How he goes, I think it would be nice to add or remove crops to suit your farm. Make it like adding and removing equipment. Exactly, how I agree 100% with you there, brother. To me, it would enhance that game drastically and immensely, and more enjoyable, you know. Like, especially if we go to, we say, because I know when seasons come out, we're going to get the geos, right? And if the geos are going to be anything like in 17, there's going to be areas where certain crops don't grow. Such as, I think most of the American maps that came out with the geos in 17, they didn't grow potatoes or sugar beets. Or if they did, there was only one of them, depending on what area you're in. So I know it can be done. So I would like the idea where you're given, so your crops that you're given as base game will depend on the map that comes out. So if Modern makes an English map or an Irish map, you would get the likes of sugar beets, potatoes, cabbage, carrots, beans, onions, stuff like that. Whereas in the States, then you wouldn't get most of those. You'd probably get potatoes. I don't think sugar beets. No, don't think so. Not in the States. I don't think.
Sugar beets, yeah, in the northern part of the state, yeah.
Okay, so you get sugar beets, and then you will have the likes of cotton and stuff like that, like where you wouldn't get over here in Ireland.
They grow everything you just mentioned. They grow here in the United States.
Shiloh goes. Should you allow you to grow weed plants? Everybody buy it, high demand, legalize it. Jesus Christ! Don't start on weed. Tubb farmer was talking about weed last night, and his wife thought he was talking about marijuana.
Oh, the weeds, yeah.
So we're not going down that road no more.
Just say no.
Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, because then people want opium plants and everything else growing in the spot. No. We're not doing that shit. Anyway, Charlotte, you need to be careful what you say here. I'm actually playing with the chief of police. I want to keep my record clean. Oh my God. Grow weed and legalize it. High demand.
It is a high demand. For sure.
Right, so let's go. We do what we're going to do. Hey. What are we? We are square bills.
Why does it do that when I set it off? Oh, doesn't matter. You guys.
Oh yeah. Becky goes, I agree with Shiloh.
Hey, how are you doing, Howie? Chris not showing up on Friends on PS4? Oh, really? I don't know.
What?
He's saying Chris not showing up on Friends on PS4. Huh.
Probably not online.
Oh, yeah. He's not, he's on, no, he's not trying to hide from us. He is trying to hide from somebody, but not us. He had a young visitor that's been kind of aggravating him pretty hard, so I think it was a little kid kind of sending him too many messages, wearing him out. Oh, come on. Cannot get this.
Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to be driving around the map to pick up these bales, but what I am going to do is I'm going to set this off on operation mode, and I'm just going to pick them up with this and let that operate from that. So I am auto loading. Becky goes, he's trying to hide from me. Unfortunately, that will never happen. It could never happen. Even if I wanted it to happen.
She's got to keep up with you somehow. Right,
oh, she knows where I live, so I can't hide from her.
You don't answer the door? So where did he send me to sell this?
In fact, that's an idea, because she hasn't got a key to the house yet, so...
Are you serious? All the way across the map? Oh,
I am, I'm very serious.
I gotta drive the whole length of the map just to sell this stuff. Oh my gosh. I'll be back. Well, I better empty this other one real quick before I go. Crazy.
You're so serious, man. Right, so don't tell me I have to pick up these separate as I go along. Unless the tractors have to stop in the course, then that could have...
What kind of mess are you doing down here?
That's what it was. No,
so he jumps over there. Okay, alright, whatever. This guy has cut a maze through here.
Okay, do we have to take off? Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Now the good thing about it is I can do it, I just have to place them on the trailer as if I'm loading. Right, that's okay. We can do it that way. Shiloh, don't go dampen my dreams to be a drug
Let's see,
farmer.
Tim.
No sugar cane, you need cocaine. God, man.
I assumed he was set offline just... Okay, yeah. Let's see. Back over here. Alright.
So, that's something then that maybe we should ask Giants to go for FS21.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Weed, legalize weed and marijuana plants and cocaine plants and
Oh yeah, no, I think I'm gonna stay away from that one. Thank you very much.
well, we are asking though, like what can Giants give us in 21 that we haven't got yet. But no, stay away from drugs, kids. The only drug you need is life itself.
I can't believe it's gonna send me across the whole map. Just to empty here. You still loading up bells over there?
I am still loading up bales over here.
Looks like it.
But I'm doing it the way you suggested last night, so
Oh, make it easier.
Yeah, it's not class. I'm not actually not auto loading, but I'm auto loading with a bit of manual help. That makes sense. Because I literally have to put the bales on the trailer for the trailer to take it. So
I'll just save you some time, especially since you're streaming. I mean, it's one thing if you're playing single player map. I mean,
oh, trust me, I wouldn't be doing this on a single player map. I'd be auto loaders. So anyway, so
oh really? No, I did it on mine. I didn't mind it so much. I mean, it is time consuming. Don't get me wrong.
can you not pick up more bales with a bigger fork? Like you can. I just found like this tractor. Even though it's a handy little tractor, it's only 140 horsepower. It's not big enough to actually hold the big four bale spike. It would actually need a weight on the back of it. So I'm just not going to bother. 2 bales have to go along. It's enough. Now, when I do actually invest in the Kloss sinus, I probably will go for that big bale spike. So until then, this little job person will do the job first. But yeah, no, you can pick up more bale spikes. The one I'm talking about would be that one right there. It's a 4 bale spike. In fact, I think it's probably better if I actually drove the tractor up here rather than driving down that way the whole time. Stay away from the bale so I'm not picking any up. Howie, I know the feeling about being pestered by a young'un. Had a little fella last year I had to unfriend. He put it right into a party chat between me and a friend in the UK. It was the last straw. Yeah. Um, Now, okay, guys. Let me start off by saying this. Okay. Uh, I will talk to anyone about Farm Sim. I will help anybody out as much as I can about Farm Sim. Um, I'm more than happy to friend anyone when it comes to Farm Sim and stuff like that. So, or even any game, except for Fortnite, of course. When it comes to Fortnite, you're on your
Ah,
own.
come on.
Uh, but there is a limit of how many messages and friend requests and invites I get a day that I will handle. So,
Being a bit narrow-minded, are we?
like, don't think, like if you're watching the stream and you're like, oh, we can't be friends with him because he just. No, that's not how it works. Like I said, uh, myself and Tubbs and Howie himself, even though he said he had unfriended people last year, we're a part of a community, Superior FS Farming, where we are a friendly bunch of people, both men and women. Where we have 31 like-minded members over there who are more than happy to talk to you and help you out. But we do have a threshold of when it comes to being pestered. Let's put it that way.
You're right, Howie. Okay, everybody's full here. It's a long haul over there. Alright, where's my pickup over there? Wrong way. Or did he just stop? Yeah, he just stopped.
Do you know what I actually I like in the animations of the mods that we're getting, especially in the tractor wise and stuff like that. When you're actually driving up with your out cab, so you can actually see yourself in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the animation of stop and brake and changing the clutch and stuff like that. It's not just a driver that's just sitting there and he's not doing it on a stationary statue kind of up. He's
Mm-hmm. Alright, I need to get
So your opinion on the big American tractors that we got today? Have you looked at them, downloaded them, looked at them, or anything like that?
I downloaded them. I haven't had a chance to look at them really.
I like them. Okay, now in saying that, they are modern versions of the ones about where we had the Case Puma that came out with the big with the quad tracks on it.
Yeah.
We now have the Case Magnum with the quad tracks also. And they're actually massive. They're something like 6-meter quad tracks or 4-meter quad tracks or something. They're absolutely huge. We've got Case Magnums now with big flotation tires and dual narrow wheels and stuff. So apparently they're 59 wheel configurations in total.
59.
Yeah,
Good
as
lord.
far as I know.
a lot.
Now, I haven't looked at them as in slot wise and stuff, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be talking what 39, 40 slots. But that's probably the norm now, isn't it? It's very seldom we're going to get a tractor that's anywhere 20. Like, okay, I know the New Holland Ford mod was 20 slots, but I think that there was probably the last tractor we got that's low in slot count. And with the likes of John Deere now high and Class when it came out as high, I think that's where it's going now. You know, where most tractors are going to be 40 slots upwards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How we go? So you haven't looked at a meter yet, so yeah, go check them out and let us know what you think of them. I like them. Like I said, they're just a modern version of tractors we already have in game, but it's the likes of the Magnum now instead of just the Puma, where we can have quad tracks and stuff. You know, we've even got crop ones where we have dual crop wheels on the front and narrow tracks on the back.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I think that's all the okay ones. Yep. So just grass next to it when we come back in. I think that's all the hill ones. Unless that's okay.
Alright, give me a sec.
Grass. Okay. Shiloh. Not how big the tractor is, all about how you use them, baby. Jesus Christ. Baby cakes. Right, so let's go transport. Let me put these down the barn. There guys, so my plan is to harvest my crops, get them out of the way, and turn these 3 fields into 1 field. That's my plan. Then I'm also going to try and get enough money. I might have to do contracts. If not, I will look at my loan count. It's just that I have to start paying that 500 grand back, so I don't want to take another one out, because I either want to start buying field number 6, which is just across from my farm, or I want to start investing in the likes of the Class tractors and stuff, because I want to get the Sinus wheel loader. So, and I need another tractor for my farm anyway, so I probably will go Class. But one tractor I won't be getting rid of is this Ford. I'll be keeping this one. Yeah, this is going to be good now.
Alright. Where did he go? He's over there.
Okay, let's just put down here beside it, I suppose.
Yeah, he's getting this one done. Okay. Good job. Yeah, Becky, I do. So how do I answer that without actually being sarcastic like you are? Mm-hmm.
But yes, I like Ford tractors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go do it again.
Mm-hmm. We're always
Pick up another bunch of bales.
goodness. And to refresh here. Okay. What was I doing?
Yeah, guys. I know how you'll answer this because you're so Becky and I don't know if you can kind of answer it, but you probably won't know what I'm on about when I say this. But we will see. Myself and Tubbs were talking last night about something else that we kind of like to see in FS21. You know, and, like it's only a year away, and people say like, "Ah, well, we're not there yet." Trust me, it's a year away. They're going to start making it now shortly, or putting it together, or looking into that game. If they haven't already done it. So one of the things I would like to see coming to FS21. Now, we have been talking before about the likes of follow me GPS and stuff like that, and course play. Most console players will love to see that coming to it, so that's not a new there. What I want to see, based on the modes that we have already. Okay, so we have the likes of New Farmer, Farm Manager, and Start from Scratch. So basically what we have at the moment is easy, medium, and hard mode. Okay, that's what we have at the moment. What I would like to see coming, and I was talking to Tubb about this last night off stream, is an extra mode, right? One more mode that'll come in, based on probably career mode or story mode, right? Where when you go into it, you cannot change any settings even if you want to. So at the moment in this game, so no matter what mode you start off on, right, you have your easy, hard, or medium, right? Makes no difference. In easy mode, you get all the equipment, you get all the sheds, you get 1 or 2 fields. Farm Manager, medium mode, you might, depend on the farm, on the map, you might get a few implements or a few sheds, and then Start from Scratch, depending on the map, you get the same thing. But you can change your settings. So in other words, you can come along and take off crop destruction, take off withering, take off fertilizing, ploughing, hard mode, easy mode, hard economy, easy economy, and vice versa, and stuff like that. What I would like to see coming to the game is a mode, so either farm career mode or farm story mode, where you can't change nothing. It's based on real life, so you will have real life prices, real life crop rotation, real life crops, real life prices, real life weather, real life, absolutely based on everything. So that is a mode I would like to see coming. So Tubbs, how do you feel about that? No, like, is that something that you would like to see coming to the farm sim? That kind of mode, or
like seasons?
Yeah, okay, like what seasons is, like what, you think seasons coming next for FS21 as a base game? Didn't you say that last night?
That's what I'd heard, yeah, that's going to be the next probability.
Right, so, but like, the thing with seasons is, right, you can still change those settings. You can still have withering off, you still can have, stuff like that if you wanted it, because you just do it at the start of your setup.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm on about a mode where you can't change anything. Once you set off in that story mode, that is it. You're in that mode whether you like it or not, so you can't change those settings. You know?
Oh, crap.
Now, I would like that kind of a mode where it's ultra realistic. Everything is based on real life farming.
My computer did an update in the middle of this. What a deal.
Yeah, I've been there too. Many times.
I guess it's neither here nor there for me, because if you want to, it's the diversity of this game. If you want tough settings and hard settings, you set them there, you leave them there, you don't change it. I think what'll happen is, for like Giants, from a perspective of making money, if you bring in something that changes the whole concept of the game that they've started and make it one way or a different way, they have the potential of losing players because they can't.
Oh, no. Thing is, I don't mean get rid of what they have at the moment. I just mean adding to it. Adding to the mode.
Well, why don't you just set the mode that you want and then play from there?
Right. Yeah, but no, but like the point, like this one here, for instance, right? We're starting from scratch, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if I go into my settings, right? Here's the point I'm trying to say, right? If we go to our settings, we have crop withering off, crop destruction off,
Mm.
right? We have weeds off, right? We have economy on normal, right? We have traffic off, right? I'm on about a mode where you can't turn them off what anyway, even if you wanted it. They're all on hard, they're all unrealistic. So it'll be a kind of a realistic farm mode, a realistic story mode or career mode if you want. So you would have four modes instead of three. So you still have your easy, hard, and normal mode, but you will also have that ultra realistic mode if you wanted to go down that route, where you can't turn nothing off. So
Yeah.
basically, it would be seasons, but tinkered with the fact that you can't turn nothing off in it.
Yeah, but what would stop you from quitting that mode if you don't like it and go back to changing it? You know, it's kind of set up that way now. If you want to put those things on and go that route, you can now. You just don't
Yeah,
change
but like
it.
it's kind of like too easy to turn them off as you go along.
Yeah,
Back
but
in the, I,
just as easy to quit the game because you're tired of it and you want to do something different. So I mean, it's kind of neither here nor there to me.
Yeah, but like if it's a story mode, you're kind of following a set pattern.
Yeah, I don't like story games. That's just me though, personally. Because my daughter plays story games and she tried to get me to play one. I can't. This is The Last of Us, I think is what it was called. I hated that game, so I didn't play it. So I guess it's to each his own, I guess.
Shiloh, what is it with you tonight? Yep, you should be able to have good and bad seasons. Drought, wildfires, earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis, then you have to deal with the aftermath. What? Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I think
I don't want to kill people.
I think. Well, I mean, he's kind of onto something a little bit, though. I would like the ability to turn off and on bad weather. I mean, what if, because that's what farmers deal with. So what if you did
Right.
have a bad weather? What if you had a drought?
Right.
What if you
Tsunamis.
had?
Tsunamis.
Well, I'm not talking about tsunamis or anything like that, but I think that would add some to it.
How it goes? Well, it is a game. If you're up to the challenge, you won't change the settings. Yeah, no, but like, is that option, Howie? You know what I mean? Like that option is there to change it. I would like to have a mode where the option isn't there. Like even if you are playing the game, like okay, I agree with Tough Farmer that at the moment this game is set up like that. I mean, the hard mode is set up for that kind of scenario. But as Shiloh did say about bad weather and stuff, right? Now, if seasons come as part of base game, we will have that. You know, if seasons don't come as part of base game, and we're going to be waiting for seasons like we are now, and FS 19 is also only got a year left, and we still haven't got
Tsunamis
seasons
in
in the game.
Iowa. Yeah, exactly how.
I would like to have that option where you can't do that, where you go straight in and you got that hard mode straight away, and you're from start to scratch, where you're like, okay, this is the realistic farm, and this is what's going to happen, right? So you can't turn off withering, you can't turn off crop destruction, you can't turn down the fast, normal, easy economy, you can't have fast, slow, or normal growth stage. Everything is based on real life as such. But then again, you would have bad weather. I mean, I like the idea where you would have high winds that can cause damage. You would have droughts that can cause damage to your crops. You can have heavy rains and stuff that can cause damage to your crops. And in this hard mode, they're the stuff that you can't turn off. They're the stuff that you have to deal with on a daily basis.
The only thing would be is though, even if you had that, all you'd have to do is turn your game off, or quit that
Yeah,
game
but
and start something
like
else.
as Howie also said it, I mean, if you like the challenge, you wouldn't. I mean,
Well,
right?
if you
And
like the
right, and
challenge
right,
now, you wouldn't change the settings either.
yeah, yeah, but we do. And like you know me, I love a challenge.
I don't. When I set my settings, I leave them alone. I mean, that's when I play. That's the way I play. I mean, I don't know. To each his own. Like I said a while ago, I could see where if you had a setting like that, all you got to do is quit and go to something else and do it differently.
Yeah, true, true. But if you had the four settings instead of the three settings, no, like you would have, like as how we just said it there, how he goes, okay, sure, another difficulty mode, right? So, yeah, I mean, I would give it a go. It's not going to say that I wouldn't uh, like it as much, but I would still give it a go at least once to see if I could handle the hard mode. But yeah, like it's that option to turn it on and off where you don't have to go into that mode if you don't want to. You know, you can still have your other three modes to play and you can mess around with it. I just like a mode where when you go into it, those settings are set. It's like concrete. You can't change them, even if you're struggling and you're in debt and your animals are dying through tornadoes.
Well, sure you can. You just push quit and start a different game.
Yeah, well then again, you're not up to a challenge if you quit, right?
Well, you're not to the challenge if you change the settings. I mean, it's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. I think you got what you're saying, with the exception of like the bad weather and stuff like that. But I wish they would do something like that.
Not really. Like crop withering, that don't die in damage and don't die in rain, that don't die in, I mean, um, stuff like that. Like the wither, because you don't plow them and like you don't harvest them in time.
Yeah, but
But
that's real life. If you don't harvest in time,
yeah,
plants will wither up,
well,
and you lose the
yeah.
yield.
But my
And
point, I would say, see, I think you're missing out on the point I'm trying to say here. Right?
no, no, I don't. I
Yeah.
just don't agree.
I want seasons, right? Like I want seasons as a hard mode, right? Not just as base game. I want a mode where you cannot turn no settings off. So you can't have a 3 day sentence. You can't have a 6 day sentence. It's set. It's ironclad, right? And if it rains heavy, crops get damaged. If the drought comes, gets damaged. In this game, at this very moment, even though you can turn off crop wither, that's the only damage you can do unless you have crop destruction on and you dry through it. But the rain don't do nothing. Yep, like it could rain for 4 days and your crops are still there, and then after 4 days, if you don't have crop wither enough, it's still in perfect health.
No, I agree that they probably need to change some of that to make it more realistic with probabilities that you have to deal with. I don't disagree with that.
How he goes, I've done hard mode in this game and still made money without too much difficulty. Something harder, like you're describing, would be a good challenge. Well, that's just my opinion. I mean, like that's just something that I would like to see come into FS21. I mean,
I
as you
don't.
said, each to their own and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I just disagree. I don't agree with the storyline or something like that, but I agree with adding weather could be a probability that could increase or decrease your yield. Uh, Storms that happen that increase the probability of your yield going lower. Things of that nature, to me,
yeah,
that brings the realism to it. That's why, I was so hopeful that with what they were saying that they were doing with seasons this go around could be passed on to console players. I know that PC has it, but I'm afraid that because of, I don't know, restrictions and coding and things of that nature. Come on now.
yeah.
That
I
we
guess
won't have
basically
the
what I'm trying to
ability
say,
to get the same thing as PC, so that gives you that
yeah,
realism.
yeah. No, I guess what I'm really trying to say is, okay, so take what we have now in a hard mode, right? But you can't turn off crop destruction. You can't turn off withering. You can't turn off fast, slow, normal growth stage. You can't do none of that stuff. So just think of a mode where all that
Yeah,
is locked.
wind shear.
Now, right? So now you understand what I'm trying to say. Right? So all that stuff. Oh yeah, oh my God! I loaded the trailer and the trailer unloaded itself. Little God, bollocks on you. Oh,
Wind shear does lay over wheat, corn, barley, grain, sorghum. It has a huge effect. I've experienced that myself, where it'll lay it down and it's hard to harvest. And then on top of that, when you do harvest it, you lose a lot because you can't get the header low enough to pick up some of that stuff on the ground.
yeah. Look, but at the same time, I still like to see Follow Me and Course Play and all that come to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There is
Yeah.
tons of things that they could
But to be
implement
honest
for
with you,
consoles that would assist in the realism play.
right? But to be honest with you, I think if Giants heard what people want in the game, right, and they had that fourth mode challenge or fourth uh, mode in it, they'd probably be more likely to put that fourth mode in than would be the likes of Follow Me, Course Play, and GPS. Because it's probably easier for them to do it. True. No, because like basically like all it is just to take our hard mode and lock it in. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think we got that ability already. I just think that we're missing
Yeah, but
some
there's
of
also
the,
that ability to turn them off. That's the
yeah,
problem.
there's the ability to quit. I disagree with that, but I'm just saying that I would like to see some of the other things, like we talked about weather and things like that, drought or whatever, that would enhance gameplay. So, oh, give me just a minute. Yeah.
Not very realistic, lads. It'll reverse the bales off to your side, but that's what I'm on about. You do shit like this, and you're not able to do shit like this. Hey, sure. Then again, maybe I'm just wishful thinking. Like this is Giants roundabout. Like Giants can't even scratch their. I asked about making a mistake somewhere along the line. Shiloh. Then have tractor derby destroy everything. Earn money while you're waiting. Crops. It will be done. Amateur farmers' mistakes. We already got that. Trust me on that one. There won't be there's no difference in what we already have in that. So I guess one more load of these grass bales will go to the farm, and then I might turn the rest of them into bales, into silage bales.
Okay, Chris is saying could be added a fourth difficulty. Yeah, it could be. It wouldn't matter to me though. I think that's what I was saying a while ago, Howie. I just think that you got what you got here, and it just needs added to it. I'd rather see some other things added than trying to add another difficulty. I'd like some more realism. Oh, he's full.
Yeah, but like there's other things I'd like to see coming, or like grand graphics and all that, like all realistic mud and stuff. That would be nice now.
Yeah, that's what I'm going on about. I'd rather see more of the things to enhance the gameplay, such as either mud, ground response, weather, drought. I'd even like to see where the rain that we do have in the game has some effect on the crop, good or bad, either way. You know,
Yeah.
I'd rather see game enhancements to improve the realism take of it for me. I mean, just things that I would say, okay, if you don't do this or you don't do that, it could be, some of this could be totally out of your hands, even though you make all the right decisions. And then it's like Howie said, he made money even though it was on hard mode. Well, if you have a factor in there that you have no control over whatsoever, none, and you don't know when it's going to hit, it could be this crop season or it could be next crop season, but it totally affects your ability to make money. Kind of like the seasons just thrown in there.
Focus and stuff like that. I mean,
like animals dying
insects.
in seasons.
Yeah. Insects. I mean, insects eat your crops as well. Like, I mean,
something that, yeah. I mean, and then what you'd have to do is spray a pesticide, and we don't necessarily have the pesticide in this game, so that would enhance the realism to me, thought process of the game.
And speaking of stuff that enhances the game, right? Going back to what we were promised at the start of FS19, right? The dynamic weather. You remember that? We were supposed to have extreme lightning and stuff like that, and rain and wind and stuff, right? The only map I've actually seen that happening on was RDC. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That's the only map I've seen that. Like, yeah, we get rain, but it's a heavy downpour rain that we're supposed to get. Oh, I mean, like, it rains for longer, but it's not heavy. It's
no, but the thunder and the rain sounded more realistic in RDC. I agree.
Yeah.
I did.
RDC was great for that. I mean, and the lightning strikes that was there.
Big rolling thunder. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we don't get that in this, even though we were promised that.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, not in everything, but hell, look how long it took them to get where the rain wouldn't rain through your tractor cab or your barn, or because I was like, because at 17 they were supposed to fix that, and then I was standing in one of my barns, and I'm like, no, they didn't fix that. No.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think we got everything that we were promised at the launch of 19, or when they're building up to 19.
Well, I think, be honest with you, I think the launch of 19 was kind of a rush push. I think they had something else planned, and you and I've talked about this. Maybe Klaus, I don't know, was supposed to be their opening.
Yeah, no, Klaus was supposed to be their flagship.
Yeah, and so at last minute, whatever didn't work out, then they had to revamp, and it just seemed like a rush because it had so many glitches when it first came out. So it was like, okay.
Like, I don't think I can remember. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe yourself and Howie can kind of set me straight on this. I don't remember having as many updates in 17 as we had in 19.
Yeah, I don't either, to be honest.
I mean, like, it seemed to be every 2 or 3 months we were getting an update in 19. Of some sort.
Seemed like it.
I hope that actually, actually sit down at the drawing board and take in what happened with 19 into account when they're making FS21. Now, here's something else I would like to ask you, right? And whoever else is watching, right? Now, it's great to have other platforms such as Switch and stuff like that, okay? But do you think that they should be bringing out an FS every year? So to have FS, we say 19, right? But now they made FS20 for Switch, right? And then they have to come along and start to work on FS21 for the rest of the platforms. Should they cut out that middle one and take the 2 full years to bring out the next FS better than what they did? So in other words, if they had taken the time that they spent making FS20, they could be putting it to FS21.
Well,
So is that something that you think that they should do, or are you okay with them coming out with a middle FS for the likes of mobiles and Switch and stuff like that?
to be honest, I don't play those, so it's neither here nor there for me. I wish they would concentrate on. So they're concentrating their efforts on, getting this mid launch or whatever out. And they haven't even fixed some of the things that they need to fix here. So that would probably be my heartburn with it. Not that I don't want it, or I don't play it, so it's not that big a deal for me. But I'm thinking, why would you spend a lot of time doing that in the middle of a game that you got some glitches in that need to be corrected? You could use all of your technical people to work on some of the things that are going on with the current game. That would be my thought process.
Yeah. Okay. Not like I'm not trying to take it away from what they're trying to do, because they're trying to get everybody involved. So, not everybody can afford a PC. Not everybody can afford a PlayStation or an Xbox. So, I can understand if they're trying to reach those people through the likes of Switch and mobile games. Okay, I can understand that. They're a gaming company. That's what they're there for.
Gotcha.
Well, as you said, when you got a game that was riddled with glitches and mistakes that needed to be rectified, why bring out something for Switch? There's isn't there also another platform coming out shortly, or it's not out yet?
I don't know. If it is, I don't know.
I can't remember the name of it. But as far as I know, there is another one.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's another platform. It's like a Windows Live kind of play. It will come to me. I'm pretty sure it will come to me before the end of the stream. But yeah, so that's 2 platforms that they're working on, and as you rightly put it, FS19 has been riddled with glitches that should have been sorted and stuff like that. So, to me, they are all about the money, and the reason why I'm saying that is, I was asked in a message today. I won't say by who, right? Do I think the Class DLC was worth the money, and should this person buy it? Right? Now, I got 2 things to say about this. One, right? For me, the Class DLC, yeah, it's worth the $20, right? Decent tractors, no, they're new implements, and stuff like that. But unless you really want to play predominantly with Class and just Class alone, we've already got everything that Class can give you already in the game. Through New Holland, through Case, through Fendt, through John Deere. We've already got all those implements, such as tractors and combines and plows and everything else. So unless you're really going to be predominantly playing Class, well then the DLC is really up to yourself if you want it or not. No one's forcing people to go and say, I need to hand over $20 or €20 or $20, whatever your currency is, to buy it. It's really up to yourself if you want it or not. In the end, all it is just an extra brand. That's basically all it is. So, for me, yeah, it's worth it. Um, like some DLCs that we got, not so much, like Anderson and stuff like that. But for the Class DLC, for me, it's worth it anyway. So
I like it.
yeah, but like I said, it's really up to yourself if you want it or not. You know? Like to me, I'm in the same kind of mind as you. Like it's not here nor there. It's another brand. It's new tractors to mess around with, and I like that opportunity to actually start with a new tractor. Seeing that we played the hell out of John Deere, we played the hell out of Case, we played the hell out of New Holland. So it's nice to have another brand to kind of make the game fresh again for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and basically, and like for me, that's what the Class DLC is. It's just to refresh the game, right? Now, the reason why it is $20 or €20 or £20, no matter what you are, is Class don't pay joints to be in their game. John Deere didn't pay joints to be in their game. It was joints paid them to be in their game. So joints have to make back that money that they spent on getting the licenses and stuff like that. So that's the reason why it was so expensive. You know? So that is the reason why also is the reason why I think joints are coming out with that middle game every year. Because they have to make that game. No, like they have to make that money somehow.
Well, probably.
Well, like, how much do you think a license fee is?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? So like you saying, the Switch is $350 to buy, nearly as dear as the Xbox and PS4.
Good lord.
Yeah, it's an expensive little thing. Like, I mean, so
That's for sure. It's not cheap.
but look, these are just my opinions, guys. I mean, they're not. You could say they're probably opinions of a rambling old man who's Irish.
Rambling, what'd you say?
Rambling opinions of an Irish man who's old.
Oh gosh.
I mean, you can take it whether you like it or not. Like, it's really up to yourself. So, but for me, DLC is the reason why it costs that kind of money is because giants have to pay back Class for having in their game. So, very same. It had to do with John Deere. That had to do with Case in 2015. Because remember, in 2015, Case came as part of a DLC, the Platinum.
Okay. Complete. Alright. And I kept about 5,000, so that's not bad. I'll take it.
And here we go again. Floating bales. Why not?
You got floating bales for real?
No. I'm trying to stack my bales, but they're actually, you know, when you're unloading them, you have that ability to actually have them and then move around with the trailer when you're unloading them.
Oh, yeah. Not a bad little contract.
I think that's enough bales. I have a few more left in the field, so I'm not going to pick these up with the tractor. I'll pick these up with the trailer, and I will actually no. What I'll do is I will wrap these and I'll have them as silage bales. That's what I'll do. Because I only have a handful of silage bales, so a few more won't go astray. So I think then once I have these bales done, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it is 11 bales. Yeah, so once I have these done, I will have 11 more silage bales with the bales I already have, which is, I think, me done left for the bales for a while. Which is the reason why I can turn this into an arable field. So, you don't have that light fire wrapper, any chance?
No, I do not.
No. Okay, I guess I'll go lease it.
No, I don't even know the cultivator yet.
Then Bills, Shiloh goes, then Bills have a mind of their own, they are alive, and Giants, they are money grabbers, all they see is the green, not the grass. That is for sure. But then again, they're gaming, like, we really never had, there was a chance when we didn't have this game.
Well, I mean, that's what they're in it for, they're in to make money.
Yeah. Because this game was thought of from the brain, the guy who actually owns Giant Software, and he wanted a farming game because of his younger days. He was a farmer, and he asked his developers to actually come up with a farming game for him to play. So the very first farm sim was actually just for him and his friends. So there was a chance at one stage Farm Sim was very, very close not being released to the public.
Yeah, my understanding is they didn't really kind of get in the realm of a contender until about, what, 15?
Yeah, like 2008 they came out. It was just cartoonish. 13 the kind of came because at first only came for PC. That's all it was. It was predominantly PC. 2013 was the first time they came to console, right? But they came to console through disc, not online, right? 2015 was different. 2015 they really went all out for consoles and PC, and they came online also, so you could actually buy it online rather than buying the disc. So really 2015 is when they really kind of reached out to everybody as such. But there was that stage time when it was very close not being released at all. So let me see what color foil. Let's go John Deere yellow.
Come on now. I knew it was going to do that. Okay. Time to put this up.
Let's get this on. And let's make salad bales. Right, I need to go and get coffee, so when that's doing it, I will be on it.
Alright, sounds good. Want to make sure to thank everybody for tuning into us. I know we've kind of had a really off topic today, but thank you anyway for being here. We appreciate you, each and every one of you. Thank you for all the likes. Whoever's hit the like button, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Got myself, Tubb Farmer here, and my farm partner, Chris Larkin. We'd appreciate it. And just throw us a chat, say hi. If you want to have a conversation, jump in there and chat some more. Also, we're console players. We have a community. It's called Superior FS Farming. PlayStation 4 format. Make sure to go check us out and join our community. We'd be glad to have you. But with that being said, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to two old men discuss and argue about farm sim and whatever we do here. We do appreciate you being here at any rate. So thank you much.
We do.
Okay, I've run out of stuff to do.
Well, a bit of enlightened, somber information.
I wouldn't call it that. I think it's two old men rambling about. It's basically all it is. On a kid's game.
That's a debate for another day.
No, I'm not going to debate that one at all.
They're right. Oxygen David is very, very close to his Shamrock Valley map.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
and it's for both platforms, all platforms.
Yeah. So he's going to be sending it to his testers shortly, and then when they test it, he can come across with any glitches. Then he's going to send it to joints for their testing. So that's for all consoles. Also, Greenvale's Greenwich Valley could be coming to testing for console in the next week or so. How it goes, rambling.
Yeah, exactly, Howie.
Oh, we do. I mean, we have to do something for 2 hours. Plus, we like a bit of debate. I mean, come on, I'm Irish. I mean, we're not happy till we start something.
Okay, I'm not going to start another contract this late. So, I guess for me, that's about it for me tonight.
Yeah, we could be calling it there shortly there. Yeah. 87 minutes gone.
Yeah. So
with that being said, guys, we probably will call it here now. First of all, thank you to everybody for joining in and staying with us for the last hour, 20 minutes, hour and 40 minutes, whatever the case may be. So a big shout out to Becky, as always, our #1 supporter. Big shout out to Howie, who's always with us too. Also, a shout out to Shiloh. Shadow, thanks for joining in with a few of your extreme comments there with your weed and your marijuana and your cocaine plants. That is something that we take into advisement when we're sending joints their recommendations for episode 21.
Oh Lord.
So with that being said, guys, thank you for joining us on episode 9 of Blowing Oak. Like I said, we're not professional YouTubers by any means. We're not very farm sim game knowledgeable, but we are kind of real life farming kind of knowledgeable, so we do ramble on about what we like to see coming to the game and stuff like that, just as you heard. Because like FS21, let's put it this way, it's only around the corner. This time next year we're looking at really a release date, so it'll be honest before we know it, so it's nice to have a bit of a chat and a banter about what we like to see coming to it. So with that being said, if you like this kind of let's play where two old guys having a ramble, as it was rightly put to us, and we don't pre-record videos, we don't jumpstart, we don't time-lapse. What you see is what you get, what you hear is what you hear. Hit those like buttons. My name is Chris Larkin, my farm partner and friend is Tubb Farmer. Hit those like buttons, smash those subscribe buttons, hit that bell notification. It will let you know when we're up and streaming. We stream most nights if we can. Also, if you're feeling really generous, hit that share button, guys. Tell people that you know about us. Like I said, we're not professional YouTubers, but we do appreciate each and every one of us.
Yeah, so Howie, again, thank you for being here. As always, you're loyal and show up. Becky, appreciate you being here as well. And some of the others in the chat, if I missed anybody, I apologize. But anyway, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for tuning in and checking us out. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Share our videos. Tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends. Let them know that we're here. And we appreciate you coming in and joining us for tonight. And with that being said, we will see you tomorrow, and y'all have a good night.
So before we go, how we goes, that's okay. I'm in there also rambling. Anyway, not very polished. And Shiloh must be a big NSYNC fan with his bye bye bye. Anyway, tune in for the next episode, guys, tomorrow night for episode 10. This is it from me. This is it from him, Tubb Farmer. And we're going to leave you like we always leave you on this channel. When things go right, it wasn't us. When things go wrong, it was those Pringles stealing.
Reese's Pieces, Cracker Jack,
Cracker Jack thieving leprechauns. Until tomorrow night, guys. Adios muchachos.
Good night, y'all.